I have to pick my team first. So
choose, right? Yeah. So I actually want to go first. So I want you to pick your team first. Right? Isn't that how it works? Or is it the other way around? No, I pick my team first.
The person who picks their team first
goes first.
Okay. Yes. All right. Thanks, everyone. This is Chris with Chris and Rob Game Room. We're going to be watching the first round of the playoffs between Patrick, Shadow Meld Barley, and Christopher Clubb. This is the first match that we're displaying. You can see all the other matches. We're going to have the other another match coming this weekend, coming tonight. And then you can watch Steven versus Matthew on DM Armada's channel. And you'll be able to watch James and Zach's match, of course, on Dice Masters with James and Zach. So,
it's one of those things. It's like, yeah.
Right now, these two guys are going to be.
Stops half of Owlman too.
Yeah, it stops half of Owlman too.
Ooh, looks like Chris is going to be playing.
My plan there is if it comes down to that, then hopefully this outsider global will kind of make up for some things.
We'll see.
But yeah, we'll see. Your team is pretty nasty.
Okay. And what did?
But here's the problem though: is that if I run morph against it, like.
Oh yeah,
that stops my ramp and my win condition. Like, there's nothing
so it looks like it's the Immortal team versus
villains are really the best option.
Chris's Nabi Owlman control team. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean.
So Patrick won the dice roll, but he chose to have Chris to go first.
We're playing exactly the same two teams you have. So.
I think that's a perfectly good idea.
Well, that's a good top 8 matchup.
Yeah.
Just hope the dice work for me, right?
Okay.
Right, exactly. That's what it comes down to sometimes.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But you've got options. I mean, you've got so many options with that team.
So, and recently the Dice Masters rules forum has ruled against Immortal. If you use it as energy on a turn, it basically is not. It doesn't go directly into the bag. So it's really. It kind of ruins that. So it makes it a little bit slow. If he misses his characters on his turns, it makes it a little bit slower for him. But if he gets all of his rolls, he is totally fine.
All right. And then your other one is unstable canister or magic missile one. All right, cool.
All right.
Either way, same thing. Just let me know when to start the timer.
All right. I guess on your mark, get set, go.
All right.
I'm going to re-roll all these things.
Okay.
And that's all the things. I will.
Most likely going to go for Jane Foster and Rez. That's what I think.
Steve Trevor.
Oh, Street. Oh, he's going for a super ramp.
All right.
All right.
That's not a bad deal. A fixer. No.
Nope.
Too handy. All right.
Patrick never supplies those.
Right?
Oh.
For globals, yeah, Malekith and then Outsider, and those are all globals. I'm gonna buy a blob.
Oh, he's gonna try to stop some things from Patrick. He may try to stop the Yarnborn.
Jane Foster, Feel the Sidekick, and Resurrect.
Okay.
Where'd my bag go?
Patrick usually doesn't have to do anything with his bag. It's very it looks so weird to have him put stuff in his bag and pull it out. Okay.
That's not what you want. Anything I want. I'll reroll all of that. Okay, that's good.
Maybe investigation. Res.
I will resurrect.
Okay.
Oops. And then I will buy Shriek.
My turn?
Yes, sir.
All right, he's going for the massive control first. It's understandable why he's doing that. You have to slow down Patrick's team a little bit to really get going. But I think he's about to. If he can get Jane Foster, he's about to most likely buy Hella. No, he's not. He doesn't have that option right now. He's a little bit short because he doesn't have an energy fixer, and Chris did not supply him with an energy fixer.
I'm gonna buy a bishop, and then resurrect my Trevor, who I missed this turn. I'm losing. Anyway, resurrect bishop on Trevor. I'm gonna fetch him. Your turn.
All right.
No problem.
So Chris is most likely going to be pulling out Blob this turn.
I just want to make sure my dice counts are correct.
Okay, so he might be trying to Blob a Yarnborn and then Shriek Hella.
Come on, Blob. Don't do this to me.
He really needs Blob.
Really need you. Really bad. Damn it. That's going to be it. I'm not going to be... I don't think I can come back from that. I needed that.
I mean, technically you have Shriek next turn, maybe, right?
Yeah, I do, but still, it doesn't...
It's really rough for him. I understand where he's coming from on that.
Let's see. Okay. So we're going to have to retcon this. And okay, you don't have fielding abilities. You've got KO'd. Got the mortal thing. Okay. I don't even know what to buy here. I guess I just go for an investigation. Ooh, should I buy first? No, I should res first. Res first. Buy investigation. And then that's all I can do.
Alright. Fill my bag.
Alright. Oh, he's got the shenanigans of Jane Foster, or of Steve Trevor here, if he can get him out.
Reroll these two. Okay, be that way.
Wow. This is just the game of not rolling.
Foster. Buy another Steve Trevor.
Alright.
Your turn.
Alright. Pull the bag.
Although Patrick does have Jane Foster out, and that's
oh my God.
It's a good mechanic to get things going for him.
I kind of know how you're feeling. I missed both my first two characters as well.
It happens. I'm not that upset about it. It's mainly because it always happens to me this way. I'll roll really well at the beginning of the tournament, and then towards the end of the tournament, it's like, yeah, now you're looking at people.
Catches up to you.
Yeah. Okay, so I've got this guy, this gal rather. We'll just it doesn't really matter if it's blank Trevor, so I'm just gonna blank Wonder Woman.
Okay.
That is an excellent choice.
I think that's the play, and then I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna resurrect again.
Sure.
And then I will buy an investigation.
Okay.
Pass to you.
Okay.
I will just do the things. Yeah.
All right.
I will just do the things.
All right. Solid turn.
Yep. Good turn.
All right. Okay. All right, Blob. Let's do this.
All right, so Patrick has Bishop out there to avoid any just damage from
Okay. Now I just need
ooh,
a bolt.
any damage from like Nabi to come through.
Nice. That will do it. Okay, so first we're gonna field Blob. We're gonna name your Wonder Woman.
Okay.
And then we are going to KO my Shriek.
Sure.
So that I can buy investigation for 1.
Sure.
I think
Then,
quite possibly he should have blobbed Yarn Bjorn.
Sounds good.
and pass turn to you.
Draw 1 for me.
Yeah, I would have blobbed Yarn Bjorn. That way it slows
Draw 3 more.
slows Hella down, slows everything down for Patrick. And at that point, he's got to try to get Blob off the field. But I don't think it's a bad choice. He's just trying to make sure he can do his win con, which is Owlman at this point, because Bishop's out in the field. So I understand what he's doing.
Of course.
So
I will field a Steve Trevor. I will.
he's got to try to get.
Pay a shield to resurrect.
He's got to try to get Hella out there.
And I will mail Kith for one of your investigations.
I already bought all of them.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I missed that. Then I will mail Kith for your. My unstable canister.
Ooh. I think he's going to try to get up enough to actually KO Blob.
Yes, I did. All right, go ahead.
All right, Chris's turn.
No, wait.
Hold on.
I must have. Go ahead.
Yeah, you rest.
Yeah.
Well,
hold on. No, what I did is I put the shield. No, Iris. Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
Okay. Got one in the bag. Right here.
This could be a big turn if he can pull Spot and another investigation. Oh, he pulls investigation and Spot. He's got so many investigations right there. He doesn't get Spot to come up. He really needs Spot to come up. I believe he's gonna blink Bishop here if he can get Shriek to come up. He doesn't like any of that. He got Spot. It's not terrible.
Fine. I honestly didn't even know I was going to Shriek anyway. Okay, so we will field Spot first. Investigate 4.
He can buy another Shriek if his bag is getting close to being empty.
Okay.
That's not bad. He should buy another Shriek right here.
We will buy an Owlman. 3, 4, 5. Buy Owlman. We will investigate again.
That's just so investigation's so broken when you get all 3 of them. You churn your bag, and he's going to res. Oh my god! He should buy another Shriek.
I will then buy
Shriek.
Witch.
Oh, if these things have fielding cost, he is barking up the wrong tree.
Yeah, probably won't be able to field everything, but we're going to do it anyway. We're going to investigate, and my bag is empty, so I just get these guys.
Oh, that's perfect.
Field Owlman for 1 on his level 3 side, 5/4, and then we have a level 2 3/3 Scarlet Witch.
Yep.
Sidekick. I'll
Yep.
pass turn to you.
All right, draw 2.
That actually worked out
Roll a
perfect.
bag.
I still think his best move to Shriek is going to be Bishop, because then he could just pump out Norman Osborn's.
I'll feel what you call it, dude, and I'll buy a Hella.
Okay.
And so the clock begins for Chris. Let's see if he can turn through his bag again. That's so broken.
4 sidekicks. A really awkward turn. Did not expect to draw 4 sidekicks there. Okay.
That's not bad. You've
got magic missile, but you can't take direct damage at the moment.
He needs to re-roll those things.
Thing that I've never tried before.
Go for it.
I think I should. You know what? We're gonna try it. We're gonna re-roll this sidekick.
MetaMask.
We're gonna buy Malekith.
What?
Crazy.
Oh wow. Okay. That's interesting. That's really interesting. So he
draw 2 more.
Okay, so he's got magic missile. He can
for now. Reroll this.
Yep.
Scarlet Witch.
He could buy Wonder Woman that gets hurt in the field. Because he just needs bodies, because he has Overcrush. He has that mechanic to do that. It's not terrible to buy a Wonder Woman, so if he KOs Steve Trevor, he can get Wonder Woman for 3, which is not bad. But what do I know?
I will pass priority.
Pass back.
I'll swing with Steve Trevor.
What are his stats?
3-1.
He's just got to take that.
I'll block with a sidekick.
All right. When he KOs, I will use these to buy a Wonder Woman.
But you can't buy a Wonder Woman because I have Blob naming your Wonder Woman.
Wait. Oh, so it can't purchase. That's
purchase or field. Either
right.
Never mind. I'm an idiot.
Let's see. He's attacking. You block with a sidekick. He gets KO'd. Actually, you block with a sidekick. Yeah, he gets KO'd. I forgot I can't purchase. All right, your turn.
Okay.
I didn't want anything anyway.
Oh.
Goodness. I gotta deal with all this junk.
He's going to do some massive things right here.
Roll everything.
He could field Shriek and buy stuff.
So I don't have much to roll at the moment, so it doesn't really help me a lot until I find something.
This is actually really good.
That's actually tempting to keep. Just do 2 investigates.
That's actually not bad to keep keep the 2 and have the 1 for generic.
If I can land Shriek, that is.
He needs to. He is correct. He needs to land Shriek.
But if I don't land Shriek, then it's a waste.
Right.
Total waste. Well, maybe not really.
Might as well just roll. Oh.
Ah.
Wow.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so we got 3 in the bag, and
I would buy another Shriek.
So it's exactly the same amount we have for investigate, which means we get a chance of rolling it whatever we buy. I'm gonna buy a Navi anyway.
Okay.
Even though he doesn't do a whole lot. Wait, do I want to do that? No.
You want to buy a Shriek?
Yeah, I do. I've got a plan for this. Okay. A somewhat plan. Okay, 2 bolts. I don't want to do anything with those 2 bolts. So we will investigate. Do them 1 at a time to play correctly. 3 in the bag. 1 out.
Now, the investigation going...
He's gonna roll for me, that's fine. Investigate again. 3, 4. Ah, I didn't want Navi yet. Okay.
And of course he comes up.
Fine. That's fine.
I would just buy another Shriek.
Okay. We could buy another Owlman. That'd be kind of crazy. Field the sidekick. We will pay a bolt to field Navi, dealing you no damage.
Yep.
We will
Buy another Navi.
plenty of sidekicks here. We will buy another Owlman, I think. We've got Res, an option. So, that for Res.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He could buy Shriek,
Buy
Res
another
or over.
Owlman. Okay. And unfortunately, I still have a die in the bag. So I will have to just res that out. And then I will pass turn to you.
All right.
We're still at 20 all. Patrick has hella roll, but it's a little bit unfortunate. There she comes out. He really didn't need
Field
this.
Hella at level 2.
Okay.
I will Malekith, a sidekick for a Yarnborn.
Good.
And I will sit pretty on 3 bolts and pass to you.
Alrighty.
I think.
So how are you feeling about your team now that new ruling came down where you get the discount before you field one? Because I think that's pretty sweet.
I was already planning on that discount.
Yeah, I kind of figured just the way she's worded.
No, the nerf is the problem. They nerfed Immortal. They changed the keyword.
Yeah, that where it goes into used even if you spend it. I didn't like that so much. Did not like that. Because I thought that was kind of a cool little interaction.
He finally gets her to come out. I think he needs to roll that sidekick.
Okay, I'm gonna reroll this mask.
I would reroll. Well, it's not terrible.
Times like these where I wish I had the uncommon Malekith. Pay a mask, fielding Shriek, naming your bishop.
Okay.
I'm going to build these 2 sidekicks.
Sure.
Investigate 4.
Yep.
Oh, wow. He just gets everything to come up.
Can't ask for much more than that. So we'll pay 2. Build a level 2 Owlman.
Sure.
And I'm going to move my sidekicks into 1 row here. And then a 1/4 Malekith, level 1.
Sure.
And then I'll pass it to you there.
I will. Do you have anybody that's 2 defense? No.
The spot is 1.
I'll just ping off Spot.
Okay.
No, Spot's 2 because he's a villain.
Oh, right. Yeah. You're right. I already forgot about the buff.
All right, I ping off Spot.
All right, cool. Your turn.
All right. If Patrick gets Yarnborn here, it's not going to be as effective because he doesn't have the Wonder Woman attack. But it's because I think Chris is more set up than Patrick right now at this point. Chris has just got to start buying. He did not get Yarnborn to come up. Chris is a little bit more set up on his team than Patrick is right now.
Sidekick, pay a fist for this guy.
Okay.
He's level 3. I will.
I forgot to mention time too. You're at 3.5 minutes.
Sure. I will.
Because depending on how it goes this upcoming turn, Chris is just gonna buy. He should get an investigation or two, and buy a knobby, investigate, fill that knobby if it rolls right. And he's gonna just do massive damage.
Pass to you. Go ahead.
All right.
This could be a massive turn for Chris right here.
Oh.
Oh.
Well.
The bag is empty now.
He needs to reroll.
3.
Okay.
Okay, 1. Field spot. I guess field a sidekick. He'll investigate. That's not going to do me much. I'm investigating for no reason.
For more investigations.
Yeah, because those are the only 4 dice I have to roll anyway. Unless I buy something, which I still can't do because I keep rolling sidekicks. Okay.
Oh, that's just brutal.
That's super awesome. Alright. Can't do anything with any of this energy. So I'm just going to attack you with 4-3 Owlman, 6-5 Nobby, and 4 sidekicks.
Oh, okay. Sorry, can you pull them back to like the top edge of your line?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
All right, so he's a 4-3 and a 6-5.
6-5. Mm-hmm.
All right, I will block your 6-5 with my 4-1.
Okay.
I will block your 4-3 with my 5-6.
Okay.
I will block 2 other sidekicks and ping off 1, and then I will add +1 damage to ping off the Nobby as well.
Okay. And then 1 sidekick goes through.
1 sidekick goes through. I'm at 19.
Okay, cool. All right, and that pass turn to you.
All right. What's the stats on your other owl, man?
5-4.
Okay.
All right, I think that did a few things that Chris wanted it to do.
Time, so you're going to be turn 0. Sure.
Patrick's really on a clock right now, though. He's got to try to get some things done. I don't think he can risk losing any more characters, so he can't.
5 what?
5-4.
Really, I think Patrick's got to worry about the Shriek here. The Shriek is the one that's going to be causing him the most trouble.
All right.
He can ping out the... Yeah, he can ping out the Shriek here. All right. See you later, Joe.
I will pay 4 to ping off your Shriek.
All right. So Bishop is unblanked.
And
if Shriek comes right back, Patrick's in a world of hurt.
I'll buy another unstable canister.
About the only thing he can do. Patrick's in a rough spot.
I got to roll some stuff.
So this is turn 1.
Bag is empty. filling with a bunch of stuff I don't need.
This is a good turn for Chris.
3, 4. There we go. There's some sidekicks.
Chris could have lethal if everything rolls.
Yeah.
And
man, I didn't roll anything. Okay. Cool.
If he doesn't land Shriek here, he's got to buy a Shriek. Flat out. Oh.
Good. That's not bad at all.
That's exactly what he needed.
Pay a shield. We will field Shriek, naming your bishop again.
Sure.
We will pay a fist to field a Nabi at a 3/2 side, dealing you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or not 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage.
7. Hella's out.
Is Hella a villain? Oh, okay. 7.
All right. So since he's got investigation, all he has to do is buy
Hella a villain.
buy Nabis.
Okay, I will buy another Nabi.
And another one.
And another Nabi. 2 Nabis.
Yep.
I will investigate 4. I've got 3 in the bag.
Why did you shuffle up which Nabi you drew?
I don't know. Maybe it matters. Maybe one of them's weighted.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Obviously. Okay, so we'll field.
Hold on. Oh yeah.
Burn into generic. Field him. He'll take
8, which puts me at 4.
Put you at 4, and then I will swing with my board. Good game, sir.
Yeah. Early blob is a weakness of this team.
Yeah, that was my only option. Because if that didn't work out, it was just I wouldn't have had blob. I wouldn't have had.
Yeah, even if I could have gotten one Wonder Woman purchase off in the beginning.
Yeah.
All right, sir.
Okay.
Game 2.
Game 2. Throw these dice over here.
Not going to change.
I didn't think you would.
I don't blame you.
I mean, remember your team.
My other team's not as threatening.
Oh, I mean, it's super threatening. Just it doesn't have a way to control Wonder Woman. So
yeah.
Yeah. Patrick is really just before the match. I was talking to him, and he kind of said he needed to get a win with this Hella team. Then he could switch to his
well, I guess it
Jubilee
sort
team.
of has a way to control Wonder Woman, but
kind of not really. I might have to resort to Billy Clubb.
Oh wait, no, that's right. You can't do that because of Wonder Woman. Check.
Yeah.
It's like you can't field Shriek because of Wonder Woman.
Yeah. I mean, I can field her, but it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Do you have a minimum with the club?
3.
Oh, okay, because you changed Kate Bishop to.
Yeah. I basically corrected an error because when I filled out the initial team submissions, I put 3 Kate Bishops and 1 Billy Clubb, which I actually only own the 1 Kate Bishop die. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I kind of need to fix that. Because I don't even have the correct dice count for my team because I don't own the dice. All right, and you get to pick first.
I will go first.
All right, just let me know when you're ready for the timer.
On your mark, get set, go.
All right, good luck.
Thanks, you too. Let's see.
I think that's going to be a steep Trevor.
Reroll these bolts.
Oh. I think he's...
I will buy a Jane Foster and pass to you.
Okay. Okay. Let's just go. I think we can make this work. Turn 1 more.
Oh.
Get it early. Pass to you.
Yep. Sidekick.
Yep.
Patrick's doing some things to make sure his bag is right side up.
Trevor Erection.
Trevor Erection.
Listen, that's why he's so good with Wonder Woman. Your turn.
All right.
If you'll notice in the match, Patrick barely touches his bag, if ever. That's why it's really awkward to see. Like the last game was really awkward to see him touch his bag. He usually doesn't.
Roll these 3 here. Okay, perfect. Res.
He could have bought Boom Boom and rezzed.
Nick.
Oh.
Pasty.
Wait, why am I bagging this? These are the 5 dice I'm rolling.
I think he got thrown off by the last game.
Yeah. So level 2 on both of these characters, plus a bolt, a mask, and another energy is a Wonder Woman. Your turn.
That's so gross. He's purchased 4 characters. No, 3 characters in 4 turns. Or 3 turns. That's so gross.
Bode well.
He needs to get more found.
For my other options. I guess I can keep this. Oh, thank God. Oh, but he's level 1. That sucks. I'm gonna have to keep paying for him. Real pain in the tuchus. Okay, field morph, naming Shockwave.
Gasp.
Yes, indeed. What level is your Jane Foster?
2.
Level 2, okay.
He could lightning bolt her off.
Buy a Boom Boom.
Check.
I will pay 1 for the Shockwave Global to protect Morph from his own shenanigans. Then I will attack with Morph, dealing you 3 damage from Shockwave, and knocking out your sidekick.
Yay, energy. And
then I will pay, whether you're blocked or not, I'm going to pay Kate Bishop to swing him back into the
Sure.
So, pass turn to you.
4 sidekicks here, 3 in the bag, all of this.
Not what he wanted.
I want these 2 bolts. Yeah.
There she is.
And now Morph has stopped.
So I will pay a fist to field this lady.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will pay this 5 energy for this lady.
Okay.
And they're both level 2.
Okay.
And I have a mask. Your turn.
All right. Yeah, my morph won't trigger anyway until I get rid of her. And she's on her what side?
They're both on level 2. 3-5.
3-5. Okay.
So Morph is just a body at this point, which is not a bad idea for Chris. He got the early damage out. He's hoping to probably wall up.
I don't know.
That's a really bad decision.
Could have been a billy club.
It could have been, yeah. I get this really nasty, ugly thing I don't need. You do have Malekith Global, not that I need it, but that's kind of cool.
And there's no Crete food and water global, so he can't. Oh.
Fine.
I made a sidekick.
Let's see, you do have Resurrection still, so I think I'm going to buy Surprise Attack. And then I am going to Resurrect.
Sure. I made a sidekick. Are you going to attack?
No, I'm not.
Fill my bag. Draw 3. Draw 1 more. 1 more is also a sidekick.
He might try to Malekith Global Yarnborn. Yep.
What do I got here? 5 dice.
Save that Kate Bishop.
Let's just start threatening lethal, I guess. I'll play Yarnborn and field the sidekick.
All
Your
right.
turn.
That is very threatening. It's really crazy when he gets multiple Yarnborns out.
Nice, nice. I can make that work. Okay. Do I res or not? I think it'd be better not to. So we're gonna pay 1, field our boom boom. Go with Papa. Okay. And then I'm going to buy one of your what is it? Unstable canister. Yeah. And I'm gonna use pink. And then I will pass to you.
Sure. Draw 4 from bag. 1 still in.
If he gets Hella out, it's going to be pretty ridiculous.
We're at 18 minutes.
Ooh. 2 for level 3 Hella and a sidekick.
That's perfectly good. That's an amazing turn for him. Now Patrick's firmly. He has tempo. He has board control. He just needs to put the pieces together to win. At this point, he needs to get a Yarnborn out, more characters, which he's about to start doing some shenanigans to get even more fielded.
Yep.
Of course, you're gonna show up when I don't need you. All of that. That works. Field the sidekick. We will.
Billy Clubb.
Canister.
Sure.
And then we will use said unstable canister. 2 to you, 2 from Boom Boom to you as well.
So 13?
Yep.
Draw a die. Fill my bag.
He is still doing some work, and he's in a rough spot right now. But he's Chris is doing all he can to try to rush the unstable canister kill. I think we might see a bishop here from him.
What total defense do you have?
Not much. 6.
Okay. Well,
This might be
I
lethal.
Get 6 just from Yarnborn. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
He needs 2 sidekicks and.
It's not enough. I will reroll these 2. I'll field this guy at level 2 for freeze.
Mm-hmm.
Now this gives me. Oh, I'm sorry. I said 6. I get 12 from Yarnborn, so maybe that was enough. I will play Yarnborn before anything else.
Mm-hmm.
So this is
+2 +2 over crush. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 14 plus 14 to my board and overcrush. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 32, and I will ping off one of your sidekicks.
All right. Well, good game.
Yeah. And then attack with everything. Woo!
Yeah.
That's how quick that Hella team is. That's ridiculous.
A bunch of basic actions. That's what I should have done instead of mimic, but I still don't think it was fast enough.
Yeah. Well, you could have boom boomed out Wonder Woman with
not really though, because I could have only done 4 damage to her.
Well, if you had one magic missile ping on top of that, right? Like 1 bolt.
Yeah, but the thing with that is that didn't really help me enough, because then I'm spending all my energy to do that.
Yeah.
And you're still gonna get your your Yarnbjorn out there. Yeah, I don't think there was a good way to win that one. Plus, you hit all your rolls. You rolled really well too.
This time I did roll everything.
And I rolled, I rolled everything I needed, and I still couldn't keep up with you. So yeah, that was that's a really nasty team.
Other than Blob and some very specific action dice, this team doesn't have a lot of weaknesses. So Scarlet Witch is on a different version of this team because of that.
Yeah. Well, and that's one of those surprising teams that people don't expect. That's a Nats team right there.
Yeah, except everybody knows about it now.
Everybody knows now.
But yeah, Clubb is still like the best counter to the team.
Yeah.
And it's made me want to put, instead of Resurrection, to put Arch Nemesis on the team.
Yeah.
But Arch Nemesis also hurts Bishop just as much, so I don't know. By the way, I would like to thank you for bringing Professor X and Billy Clubb.
Oh, anytime. We get all the ramps now.
In advance. I am thanking you in advance.
Oh, yeah, we get all the ramps now. You have it on your team as well.
He's going to be doing...
I do.
Yeah.
Pretty much...
I also have Cake.
He's going to be doing massive damage to him.
Maybe. I don't know. It might work with Boom Boom.
Cake is so good. Great Food and Water's really good. The Globalon is nuts.
Okay. But we'll talk about it.
Seems okay.
All right.
I haven't really used it that much.
What's that?
I was just saying I haven't really used it much. I think you got stuff. You can buy turn 1. I think I will go.
Yeah, Michael, that Hella team is nuts, and it just takes a little bit of the opponent not having control.
Buy a Mimic.
Where is your map? Am I on like a wrong screen or something?
The video went out for you, Patrick.
All right, I'll be right back.
Okay.
It's because Zach joined.
Damn you, Zach.
It's probably James.
Yep, it's me.
Blame it all on Zach.
Don't call me Zach.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't think you had glasses like that.
We both have glasses like this.
Fair enough. James, scoping out your finals competition?
Well, when Chris wins his 2 games.
Yeah, exactly. All right. I bought a Mimic. Your turn.
All right, cool. Okay.
This time he's not going to be...
I will field a sidekick and buy a Mimic.
Sure.
Yeah, that's... The only difference in the teams is the fact that... Oh, he needs that to come up as a... What you call it? He's going to do Jubilee Cake Global.
I'll spend the sidekick to a mask. I'll buy a Jubilee. I will make a sidekick.
Yep.
Didn't quite do it. Oh well. And I will cake.
All right.
If he pulls a sidekick, he guarantees what he pulls next time.
It's a Jubilee. I put it back in the bag.
All right.
Your turn.
Cake is... The global for Cake is so ridiculously good. It resets your bag. It sets up your turn 3 perfectly if you do it perfect. If you do the proper spends and purchases and timings. If you don't,
I'll buy a Boom Boom.
I mean, he didn't really have a choice there, but
Field sidekick, and I will also take.
Okay.
And his sidekick sending to used.
Lucky.
Pass to you.
Let's see what Patrick got here. It's not bad.
That's a question mark. Reroll these 2.
He really could have used... It does take some practice, but I think with Jubilee, Cake, and Mimic, it's just ridiculous.
Sidekick. I will pay a mask to...
Feel the sidekick.
Sure, why not? I'll pay a mask to field a sidekick, which... I already paid this. So paid the mask to field this sidekick, which will prep a die for my bag, which is Jubilee. He's obstinate. And then one of these sidekicks, and we'll put these two in my bag.
Yep.
And then I will spend this sidekick back to a mask.
Yep.
And
Patrick's going to be taking some bag burn next turn because he wants to prep as much as he possibly can.
Your turn.
Okay. 4 in the bag.
He could have actually spun both those back down.
Field Mimic, naming a sidekick. We will
Field
Fist, Field Boom Boom.
Turn down, turn down.
How do I want to do this? I think I'll just spin this down.
Yeah, Michael, that's why I'm trying to get that Jubilee, because I have a team for Super Rare Jubilee, but I just can't find anyone to trade.
Let's spin this one down to a mask 2.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to Billy Clubb or Professor X Global.
Sure.
Throw that on there, and then 2 of them. I guess I don't need to do that. There's 2 of them go to prep. 1 ends up in the bag, and then I think that's really all I can do. I mean, I could prep 2 more next turn, but really,
He could field another.
A surprise attack.
Oh.
And pass to you.
I will make a sidekick, prepping the 2 that are in my bag.
Mm-hmm.
Sending this one to used. And let's see. Now I only have 3 dice in circulation. What do I do? I will make another sidekick, prepping this one. Now I have 1 dice in circulation. My turn?
Yes.
I take 3 bag burn.
Nice. That's the way to do it, man.
I hear Jubilee has an expensive fielding cost.
Oh, he just gets everything he needs. Holy smokes. This is about to get nuts right here.
I'm going to re-roll these 2 shields.
Well, Michael, people most of the time want too much for Jubilee.
Level 1, unfortunately. I will.
He could buy a Spider-Man.
Boom Boom on?
She is a 2/2, level 2.
Okay. I will
Buy. He could buy a Spider-Man.
1 fist to get a Spider-Man for freezies.
Why?
Because I have 3 generics.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I paid 3 life to get a Spider-Man, guys.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a good trade.
Then I will. Excuse me.
I appreciate that. I'm willing to trade 2 super rares for it, so we'll see.
Pay 3 for another Mimic. Field this sidekick. Prep these 2.
I take 1.
Or
are you pinging a character?
You take 1.
Okay.
And then I will spend these 2 sidekicks to masks.
Cool.
And pass to you. Actually, yes. Yeah, and pass to you.
All right.
Patrick gets giddy when he has 2 globals that he has double globals for his Professor X and his Billy Clubb. He gets giddy. Okay. Surprise attack.
Is that surprise attack?
Yeah.
Remind me, what's surprise attack do?
It does 1 damage to target character die, or on a burst or double burst, it does 2 damage to a target character die.
Gotcha.
So, how do I want to do this then? Let's reroll these 3.
I believe he's going to take out the Jubilee with that.
I want that. Okay. We got Spider-Man coming out next turn. Got another
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
probably
it's super
why.
nice. Depend.
So I need to save a mask. We both have Billy Club though, so I'm gonna spin this down. Spin this down. I am going to surprise attack your mimic,
Okay,
and then Boom Boom will deal you 2 damage.
sounds good. I'm at 15.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to buy a morph,
Sure.
and then I will pass priority.
Yeah, I will spend a mask to make a sidekick and deal 1 damage to your mimic,
Okay, so he'll get KO'd.
and then make another sidekick and deal 1 damage to you.
All right.
So Chris is down to
And
18.
I will pass turn to you there. And we're at 16, 24.
Oh. He's most likely going to copy the Spider-Man here. With Mimic.
Oh my goodness,
Oh.
mimics.
They did not come up. He could cycle them through pretty quickly though.
I kind of needed that.
If he had both of them come up, he would copy Spider-Man on both sides.
I will
On both of them.
Deal the sidekick and deal 1 damage to your Boom Boom.
Okay.
I will
Create food and water.
pay a mask to field the Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
I will buy Scarlet Witch. And I will spend this sidekick back to a mask.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll pass priority.
Okay. Build 1 sidekick.
Sure.
Pass back.
I'll end my turn.
Okay.
So Patrick on his turn is going to build 2
back.
sidekicks. Or when he gets
Nigel
past priority.
sidekick. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, I figured to do that. Alright, that's much preferable than taking like 15 Spider-Man damage. So.
It would have been 4.
Yeah, well, I'm saying if you would have got your mimics out, it could have been pretty nasty.
Could have been a lot. Yeah.
Okay, that's not very helpful. Why do you do this to me, mimic? Mocking me. But it feels like I'm being mocked.
Both of mine came up single masks twice in a row. I don't want to hear it.
That's true.
I rolled Snake Eyes twice.
Hey, there's a mimic. Okay, cool. Field mimic. Aiming the sidekick.
Sure.
Shocker. I'm sure. Field a sidekick. 2 dice. We will then spin said sidekick down to a mask.
I mean, at this point, he...
Your Jubilee's a 2-1, right?
I don't know.
2-1. Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, so I'm going to ping her out.
Sure.
Magic Missile Global.
Yeah.
And I will pass turn to you there.
I will make 2 sidekicks.
Cool. Oh yeah, pass priority first.
All right, Patrick could have lethal here, depending on how things roll. If he gets too many characters, he's not going to have enough. Okay.
Still in.
If either one of them had Green Devil Mask, it'd be pretty gross. Wow, she's free to field. Jubilee can get quite expensive, but he's got the energy to turn down to pay for him. my gosh.
You would have to. That was a question mark.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll start with level 2 witch.
You could buy another
How many dice
Jubilee.
in your bag? A bajillion?
3 in my bag.
So only 1, 2, 3. Morph.
You could ping off Boom Boom. Ping off Mimic.
He's a pretty cool dude.
Yep. I will. Buy.
Buy a Madam Mask. It might be too late for that.
Spin this down. A 4 for Madam Mask.
And he's about to fill the sidekick. Well, it doesn't matter, actually. He can't prep
actually, no,
anymore.
I don't want to do that.
It's too late for that.
I'll pay like that for Madam Mask. Then.
Because he's got a Mimic in the bag. And I think that's it.
For now, I'll just pass to you.
Okay, let's see. You still got Spider-Man, and you've got some attack. I will just use one of these. Deal the sidekick. Prep 2 from my bag here. Pass the priority back.
I will pass it back to you in the turn.
All right.
Like if you weren't going to do the other one.
Nah, I wasn't gonna do another one. Pass, or I'm sorry, 1 in the bag, and then I've got 3 left in the use pile.
Sure, absolutely.
It's a good turn.
You're at 10 minutes. Okay, gotta reroll that.
If he gets enough bolts, he can knock out Spider-Man.
Morph.
And he doesn't get enough lightning.
Okay, though, because I still can do buy more. Spin this down to a mask. Spin this down to a mask. I will buy. What do I need? I'm going to buy one of your magic missiles.
Sure.
Then he can create food and water.
Yeah, seems reasonable enough.
Well, he's got nothing to create food and water,
I'll
so.
ping off Mimic and your sidekick.
Mimic and my sidekick. Okay. I will, I guess, end turn there. All I can do.
Draw 1. Fill my bag.
This could be a lot anyways.
Draw 3 more.
He just needs Jubilee.
So you're at 18.
Yep.
A 1 and 1. Field Madam Mask at level 2. And Mimic targeting by level 2 Spider-Man.
Okay.
Block this guy.
And I can no longer blink your characters, right? Because of Madam Mask.
Yeah, you can no longer blink my characters.
All right.
You can make 2 sidekicks. That's it. So you can block 3 of them.
And this is All right. Well, I've got one bolt, so I pass priority.
Okay, kill 2 sidekicks.
Sure, I'll ping off one of them.
Yep.
That's lethal.
Pass priority.
Okay, pass back.
I swing with everything.
Only block sidekicks.
Block those 2.
It's KO'd.
1, 2, 3, 4. Plus 4 is 8. 4 plus 3 and 3 is 6. There is 10. 18.
18. Damn. Good game.
Good game, sir.
Man, I thought I could outpace you before you got all that stuff out. I just could not manage to pull it together.
It's the taking the 3 bag burn that gives you such massive.
All right.
ramp.
Going to end the stream here. Thanks everyone for watching. Patrick took the games 2-1. He'll be moving on to the top 4. Really awesome game. So thanks everyone. I'll talk to you next time.